Okay, this is the first in a series of tutorials just getting you started in Dreamweaver. It is not an HTML or CSS course, so there is an assumption that you will at least know some basic HTML and CSS before you tackle this. So in this video description will be a link to a folder and on my G drive, and here is a file that you need to download. It's a zip file, MogHub website. So if you download that and just unzip it, you will see that inside there are some images. So that is basically, those are the images we're going to be working with in this case. So what I want you to do is on your desktop, and on Windows it's exactly the same process, you're going to make a new folder and you're going to call it mog-hub_website. Okay, so remember the file naming conventions for web design: no spaces, no caps. And then we're going to inside there make a new folder called _images, and we're going to take all of these images from this zip file you downloaded, all of these images, copy them, and we're going to paste them into that images folder there. Okay, so we've got the beginnings of a website structure. That's our root folder for our website, and we have an images subfolder. We're then going to open up Dreamweaver, and you need to go to site, new site, and this here you can type normal language. You don't have to use the no spaces, no caps. So I'm going to say MogHub website. Okay, just using normal English. Then I'm going to locate that folder I created. So browse, go to your desktop, choose that MogHub website, and choose the rest of this. I'm not going to mess with at the moment, so save, and you'll see in my files panel now I have my images and I have a site name. So I'm going to add another folder here, so you can add files and folders from the files panel. So right click, new folder, and I just like to add an _private folder just for my own design stuff, like if I've got Word documents, Photoshop documents, stuff that's not actually going to go on the website, but maybe I need it in my project. Notice the way we use an underscore, that is just so that these folders bubble up to the top, so they're easy to find if you've got a really big website. Now we're going to make the first page. So right click, new file, index. So the home page of a website is always called index, and we're going to double click on that to open it up, and the first thing I'm going to do is change the title here. So title, I'm going to call it home space pipe space, so the pipe you can find with a shift backslash, and then MogHub. So that's fairly conventional to have the page name first and then the site name afterwards. It's kind of like breadcrumbs showing people where they are on the website. Alright, and now I'm going to use the DOM panel to build the structure of the site. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit here so that you can see the process more closely. The body tag is where I need to add content. So the first thing I want is a wrapper that everything is going to go within so that I can control it later. So that would be a div tag. So I'm going to say add insert child, which means it goes inside the body tag. It's going to be a div with an ID, so hash wrapper. You could call that anything. Some people call it container. That's my name for it. Then inside the div tag, I'm going to insert another child, header, and then after the header, not inside the header, I'm going to insert after a main area, and after that a footer. So that's kind of a logical structure for any page: header, main, footer. Within the header, just zoom out a little bit, within the header, so insert child, I'm going to have an image, and as soon as I press enter, it's going to say, okay, go and choose the image. So the image here So select images, and this is going to be the logo. Okay, and we can come back later and do other stuff like change the alt tag and all of that stuff. Then after the image is going to be a nav with an ID of top links. So notice the way it's camel case, capital L, and inside the nav, so insert child is going to be a UL, unordered list, and that's going to contain 5 LIs. So it's already got one, so I'm just going to copy, or I can just duplicate. Okay, duplicate, another one, and another one. Okay, and these are going to be links to other pages. So I want to actually put in the content now, because if I duplicate this to other pages, I don't want to make too much work for myself. So I'm going to switch to the code view here, and here are my LIs, list items, and so it's going to be to home. Next one is going to be bookings. Next one is going to be volunteer, gallery, and membership. Okay, so these are going to be links. So the home page we're not going to link to because we're on the home page. It's bad design to link to the page you're on. But for bookings, we're going to wrap a link tag around that text. So you select the text, you press Control T on Windows, Command T on a Mac, and just type A space href, you can choose as you go, bookings.html. And you can see it wraps that tag around that text. Let's do the same for volunteers. Select Control or Command T, A space href volunteer.html. Gallery, Control or Command T, A href gallery.html. And finally, membership, a href.html. Right, so now we've got our links done, and we've got everything that's going to be similar in every page in the header. And now we are going to move on to the main area. So main area, we are going to have an H1. So insert child, H1, followed by an H2, insert after H2, followed by 3 paragraphs. So insert after, paragraph, and we'll duplicate and duplicate. 3 paragraphs followed by a UL, so after, unordered list, that contains 3 LIs. So right click on the LI, duplicate and duplicate, and then 1 more P tag here, so insert after P. Alright, and then also we're going to have an image after that, so insert after img, enter, enter, and this is going to be the hero shot. Okay, and that's the main section. Now let's move on to the footer. Okay, so the footer is going to have pretty much the same nav as the header, so I'm just going to take this whole nav, top links, copy it, go down to the footer and paste as child, and just change the ID to bottom links. Okay, so now we've got that, and then after the nav is going to be a P tag, and we're going to actually type the content in for the P tag because it's going to be the same for every single page. So in our code, here is this P tag at the bottom. So we're going to select where it says this is the content for the P tag, select it, and we're just going to type in there the code for a copyright symbol, which is ampersand copy semicolon space, and then Mog Hub 2023 space pipe space powered by sharp web hosting. Okay. All of these content for new div tag goes here. You can take some of these out because they're just going to clutter things up. So just be careful that you don't take out the HTML. So in the footer, just go in and get rid of all of those content goes here so that your footer looks like that. And in the main area, you can do the same. So just go in wherever you find content is tag content for the main tag goes here or whatever, just take that out. It can clutter things up. And I think that's it. Okay, so this is what the home page looks like at the moment. I know it doesn't look great because we haven't put actual content in and we haven't styled it yet, but we've got our header, our main, and our footer, and everything is in good shape. So I'm just going to focus on this for a moment so that you can check your DOM against mine. So we have a body tag, a wrapper, we have a header, main, footer, inside the header an image, a nav called top links containing an unordered list of 5 list items. 4 of them contain links. Those are the A tags. Then in the main area we have an H1 and H2, 3 paragraphs, an unordered list of 3 items, a paragraph and an image. And then in the footer we have a same nav as the header but called bottom links, and we want to take that 2 out. That shouldn't be there. Okay, and then a paragraph tag. Okay, so that is our home page done. So we're just going to go File, Save, and then I want to use this for the next page. So I'm going to go File, Save As, and this one's going to be Bookings. Okay, so you'll see it's now opened up Bookings, and now we can go and edit our body tag. So for the Bookings page, in the header section under Nav and under the unordered list, we need to change things. So we're going to switch to Code View. So we want to remove the link for Bookings because we're on the Bookings page. So I'm going to take out that whole A tag, but we want to insert a link to the home page. So select Home, Control or Command T, A space href index.html. Okay, so we're linking there, and you can see the Bookings page is not a link, so that's how we need to work. And the rest of the header is fine. In the main section we have let me just check my code here. We have an H1 but no H2, so we'll right click and delete that. And no, the 3 paragraphs, in fact we can take the rest of the stuff out, just keep the H1, delete the rest, and then after the H1, so insert after, will be article with an ID, so hash of col1. Inside that article will be a child object image, which will be this one, moghub1. Okay, and after that will be an H2, and after that will be a P paragraph. Okay, and then we're going to duplicate that twice. So right click, duplicate, and you can see it iterates it to col2, which is what we want, and another one, duplicate. And then all we need to do is go and change that image. So here, this image for col2 is going to be moghub2.png. Okay, and this one for col3, this image will be 3. Okay, so in your code view, in your preview, you've got 1, 2, 3 with an h2 and a paragraph tag. The footer, we're going to make the same change as we did for the top links. So we're going to remove the link for bookings, and we're going to add a link, Control Command T, a href index.html. Okay, and that is our bookings page. Now we save that, so file save or Control or Command S, file, save as, and now we move on to volunteer. Volunteer, save. Oh, and by the way, under bookings, we need to change the title of the page from home to bookings. Save. Under volunteer, we need to change the title to volunteer. Okay, and then same thing as before, so I'm going to speed up this process. We're going to alter the menus, the links. Okay, so that's the header and footer done. Now in the main section, we still have an H1 and we still have 3 articles, but we only have an H2 and a P in each article. So we will take the image out of each one of these. So we've just got column 1, column 2, column 3, and then H2 and P for each one of those. Okay, and that is the volunteer page. Save, and then save as. And the next page is gallery. So gallery, okay, and we change the title to gallery. We edit our links, so we put volunteer back in. And we take gallery link out. Same at the bottom. Okay, and then in the main area, so that's header and footer done. In the main area for the gallery, we still have 3 columns, 3 articles, col 1, col 2, col 3, but in each one of those we just have an image and a figure caption. So we're going to delete the stuff we have there in the articles now, and we'll just start off with column 1, and we'll add a child object image, and the image will be gallery Fergie. Okay, and after that a figure caption. Okay, and then we will select those 2 and copy and then paste, and we'll just change the second image here to gallery 2. Gallery 1. Okay, I think I'd rather actually just do this manually. It's going to make more sense. So insert after image, because then I can just choose it. There we go. Okay, so we've got that image, and now let's go here to column 2, add child image. This will be 3 plus a figure caption after, plus an image after, which will be 4, plus a figure caption after, and then article column 3, insert child image 5, plus a figure caption after, plus an image after, final image, plus a figure caption. Okay, so it's basically 2 images, 2 figure captions per column. Alright, and that is our gallery page. So File, Save, and now File, Save As. And our final page is our membership page. So this will be membership. Okay. And we can rename this from gallery to membership, and do the same editing to our links. So gallery becomes a link again, so ahref gallery.html, but we take out the link for membership. Same at the bottom. We reinsert the gallery link, and we take out the link for membership. Oops. Okay, save that, and then in our main area, so that is the header and the footer done. In the main area, we are keeping the H1. We are emptying everything in col1 article, so we're keeping the article, but we're removing all the content from col1 and col3. So col1 and col3 are empty. Col2 has an H2 and an iframe, so we delete what's there, and for col2 insert child H2 and then insert after iframe. So the iframe will be for a form, so it puts in the iframe there. Okay, so this is the basic structure for each one of these pages. I would recommend at this stage just save all, and then just go back, and wherever you see this content for new article tag goes here, content goes here, or whatever, just take that out. I find it annoying because I can see the code and I can see where it's going to go myself. So just go in and clean that up, and once you've got to this stage, you're good to move on to the next stage, which is the video on adding the actual content to the main areas. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and see you next time.